It's the end of September, and I almost made a video talking about how there's always a direct in September for Nintendo. It's been that way for the past 5 years, and that is where a lot of us were getting this idea that a character might be revealed in September and come out in October. The thing is that it makes a lot of sense to do this. It makes a lot of sense for a character to come out either this month or next month. Either one was fine. I don't think it's been I think the amount of time since Kazuya's been plenty. I haven't really been touching Smash. I don't care. The new character Luster from Kazuya is completely worn off. I am not really impressed with it. I don't care anymore. I'm ready for the next character. So this is a good time. And we all suspected it, but I was losing hope. I almost made a video. I didn't get in recording. I didn't really get into headspace about it. I didn't really talk about it too much. I didn't really start thinking about it. But what I was thinking was, maybe it's just not happening this month. Maybe it's going to be saved for later. But I had this idea that Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl and the final Smash character were both going to come out around the same time. And it's true. It's totally true. The final character is about to come out. And, I gotta say, right off the bat, I say this every time. Every time before a character's revealed, I say it every time that it doesn't really matter who, because I already won. I think if you claim you haven't won yet, you're just being very bitter and weird. Smash in general is just such a fantastic game. The base roster was fantastic. Melee was fantastic. If Melee just came out today and that was the roster, I would be super ecstatic about it, because that's just so cool. The idea of having Mario fight Pikachu, it's just that simple. But even beyond that, I'm more than satisfied with Past 1 and Past 2, so no matter who they pick, I'm sure it's going to close out just fine. And I'm hoping that the most broken character of Past 2 will be either Steve or Pyromithra, and it won't be whoever the final character is, because we don't need that many badass, amazing, really high-tier characters in this fighter pass, okay? We just have Pyromithra be like the best character for right now, and just call it a day, and let's just not add to this. I feel like we already got our Bayonetta DLC character, and we don't need another one that's like even crazier. But the fun thing about this, and yes, I kind of spoiled it, but I do believe that this character, the thing that happened with Pyromithra was that it was revealed in February, and then like very, very early March, like the first week of March. It was like March 3rd or 4th or something. That's when they actually came out. So I'm thinking it'll be similar to that. I'm thinking, yes, we'll have to wait a little bit, but then the character will be out like right away after that. So I'm thinking this character will come out very early October, which is kind of crazy because Metroid Dread also comes out very early October. It comes out a few days after Nickelodeon All-Stars. So there's going to be a lot going on and a lot to do in October. And hey man, I'm ready because I already pre-ordered Metroid Dread. I'm super excited for Metroid Dread, and I'm super excited for the final character, and I'm super excited to play Nickelodeon All-Stars. I almost called it PlayStation All-Stars. So this is all good news, and I think the character will come out like the first week of October. Hopefully it comes out like the 3rd or the 2nd. Could you imagine if the final character comes out the day that Nickelodeon All-Stars comes out? It's like, you better play Nickelodeon All-Stars all morning. Thanks Windows Security. I'm leaving that in. You better play Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl all morning, and then play some Smash with the new character at night whenever it comes out at like 8 o'clock or something. And that would be really annoying, and it'd be really funny because once Nickelodeon comes out, I really want to start putting time and attention towards Nickelodeon. I'm getting it on PS5. I'm going to stream it the same way I stream me playing Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is just native on the console. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But yeah, so I believe the character will come out like early October, that first week of October. That seems to be what they do. But a lot of us were trying to predict this September Direct, and we were a little bit wrong. So maybe it'll come out a little bit later. Honestly, the character needs to come out before All-Star Battle, and if it comes out after All-Star Battle, then that Direct for that character needs to be like mid-October, because I want some time and dedication to where I can really spend with Nickelodeon and just get really into it. If the character comes out right around then, I'm not going to care about the character as much. And I know some people are like memeing, like, okay, you guys really think Nintendo or Nickelodeon's going to be the Smash killer? No, I don't think it's going to be the Smash killer. There's too much about Smash I already really like. I like how weighted and how I like the way the movement is and the play style is. And All Star Brawl looks a little bit more fast and chaotic. It looks almost a little too fast for me. But the difference is that one game has playable online and one game doesn't. It's really that simple. Like, I can't sit and play online with my little brother, even though he doesn't live very far from me, in Smash. But when Nickelodeon comes out, we're going to be playing the game a lot probably because, I mean, rollback netcode. Like, I've been playing Guilty Gear Online, and oh my gosh, like, it changes everything. Like, you need that netcode if you want a serious match. Obviously, you can play any fighting game online, but lag is so rage-inducing. And it's bad enough when you lose, whether it's a blowout or it's a close one. I think a close one makes you even more mad because it's like you're so close to winning. But when there's lag and it's a close battle, it really, really gets to you because it makes you feel like it wasn't even... Like, it makes you feel like, could I have won, you know? And you don't want to feel that way. You don't want to feel that way. What you want to feel is this guy is able to clutch it out better than me. I need to keep playing or something like that. Like, you need to better yourself as a player. When you lose, blaming lag is just not what you want to be doing. And so just eliminate lag altogether, you know, just delete lag from the game. That's what rollback netcode does. So super happy about that. Now, to get back on topic of the character, I should say real quick, you know, this video is more just like we're all excited for the final character. Who's it going to be? I hope this goes out on a bang. My little brother said that it's the final character, so the send-off needs to be good. I think the send-off will be during the Sakurai Presents. I don't think we're going to get this, but what we could get is a big, huge reveal trailer for the character that features like all the characters or features like all the DLC characters or features something really cool. Like, it is the final character, so I hope he's right. I hope we do get something like really cool to send off the final character, but we know Sakurai is going to say something to send off the final character that's going to be like heartwarming and special. It's going to be the last time we get a Sakurai Presents, pretty much. So I'm really hoping whatever we get is just awesome. Now, to be fair, they didn't say online there will be a character confirmed, and Nintendo's been doing that lately. Nintendo has actually been confirming there will be a Smash character. There will be a Smash character. They didn't do it this time. But they also do this thing where they say there won't be a Smash character. There won't be a Smash character. So the fact they're doing a direct, I mean, come on, guys. It's got to be the final character. They didn't say no, and they didn't say yes. So to me, I feel like they would say it wouldn't be... I feel like they would say don't expect the Smash character if they didn't want us to expect it. And I haven't seen anything like that yet. So I'm assuming the final Smash character will be here. And I think that's a safe assumption. As far as who it is, again, the only thing I have an idea for is Ryu Hayabusa. And the funny thing is, I don't think it's going to be Ryu Hayabusa. I would actually be shocked if it's Hayabusa. I would be stunned. Because it comes to the point where you guess a character so many times where it's like, you just lose all faith. The thing is, Hayabusa is the only character I have a lead on. But when I think of characters like Sephiroth and even Kazuya, those are characters people really didn't have a lead on. Obviously, Kazuya, people talked about a Tekken character, and the only reason they really stopped was because Heihachi was put in as a Mii costume. And that usually means your character's not in it. In fact, Kazuya was the first character we ever got where a Mii costume didn't deconfirm a character from that franchise. So it's kind of a big deal that they even did that. And honestly, fuck them for doing that. That was so rude. Sakurai, that was rude of you. You tricked us, you rude boy. And so, yeah, I don't know what to expect for the final character. Considering Sephiroth and Kazuya popped up, like, really, anything is possible. And the funny thing is, it's almost never what people are speculating. It really rarely ever is a character people speculated on. The only two that people really speculated on that came true were like Steve and Rex and Pyra, but again, it wasn't even Rex, it was just Pyromithra. Those were two people who talked about a lot, but Steve became this thing sort of like how I talk about Hayabusa, where I'm like, yeah, they should do this character. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, they should. It's like everyone just says it over and over. Like, is this going to be the time we reveal Steve? Is this going to be the time they reveal Steve? And then they finally did it. Now, I think that's a fine strategy, but toward this late in the game, I don't know. So my thing is that sadly there's no way to really predict if this final character is going to be amazingly hype or if it's going to be the lamest shit ever and just be complete total filler. It's really hard to tell because, like, I feel like the hypest character could have just been Sephiroth, or the hypest character could have just been Steve, and they just left it at that. I mean, it's not like, when you look at Fighter Pass 1, the final two characters, Terry and Byleth, it's not like they were the most hype ever. It's like they got the most hype characters in the first three, you know? Now, obviously, this is the final DLC character, period, so it could work differently, but my whole thing is I don't think the very final character is going to be the one that breaks the internet. Like, Joker and Sephiroth and Steve and even Banjo-Kazooie, like, those are characters that I'm like, holy shit, how can it get better than that? Like, a lot of these characters, for a lot of characters, like, this is a dream come true. The fact that we even have Sephiroth and Banjo-Kazooie, like, okay, Joker and Steve were at least, like, possibilities, but Sephiroth and Banjo were just not real options. It just happens to be that circumstance has led us here to where we have this in Smash. Like, I can't even believe Sephiroth is in Smash. Like, that, I still think about that all the time, like how crazy that is, right? So the final character could be something people really don't predict. I think Eggman would fall into that category, except for because of Sephiroth. People are like, okay, now they're expecting Eggman. I don't think it's going to be Eggman, you know? But the thing is the final character doesn't have to follow any rules. It could be literally anyone. So I have no clue. I know Persona is celebrating its anniversary. I can't remember, is it its 30th anniversary or 25th anniversary? But Persona 5 is celebrating its 5th anniversary. It would be hilarious if they did another Persona 5 character in the same vein as how Sephiroth was put in, just like Cloud is in. But and I think that would be another one that no one would expect. And could you imagine if Joker was the first character and then Goro Akechi is the final character? Like, no one would see that coming. You know how pissed off people would be? Because Joker is considered the best character in the game and, like, pretty much has been since the character came out, and he's the first DLC character. So then have another character with the Persona mechanic, I think people would be floored. But like, as a Persona fan, I would, like, fucking be ecstatic. But I don't think they're gonna do Goro Akechi, considering there is a reference to him in Joker's color palette. So I don't think they're gonna do that, but I just think that would be hilarious if the final character was also from Persona. But I just don't think they're gonna do that. But it would be funny. Like, oh, here's another Persona character. But if there's any franchise to do two characters like that, I think Persona would be the one. I mean, one character in Pass 1, one character in Pass 2. The thing is, it's super hard to predict the character, but I'm one of think outside the box, because I truly don't believe it's going to be a single character people are speculating. And I know you guys are thinking, like, okay, why would they even do that? I'm like, dude, they did that with Sephiroth. Like, yes, I speculated Sephiroth a long time ago, but all I said was there was a possibility that they could do it and it would make sense and it would work. And what I said was literally 100% true. All I did was plant that little seed and say, hey, I noticed there's some breadcrumbs. There's like a breadcrumb trail leading to Sephiroth. I'm just noticing it. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's just, and that's one thing a lot of people were thinking about too. A lot of people did mention how there needed to be more Final Fantasy VII content, and Sephiroth would close it up. But it was just such a crazy idea. I mean, who would really stand concretely behind that? And so when that came true, I knew immediately, like, oh my god, they're actually doing the thing. They're doing the thing that, like, only the crazy conspiracy theorists actually thought of. So that's insane. And I remember telling my friends a long time ago, like, you know, it'd be fun if they did Sephiroth. And a lot of my friends were like, hey, that does make sense. That does work. So it's crazy, right? But I'm just wondering, like, who this final character could even be. And I want to look outside the box, because part of me thinks it's going to be a character from a franchise that's already represented, but I don't know which one. And I don't think it's going to be a Sonic character, to be fair. But fuck, I want Eggman so fucking bad. Oh my god, I want Eggman. Could be Waluigi for all I know. I mean, all these other characters break rules. Why not Waluigi? The funny thing is a lot of these characters, the whole point of these characters is that they are characters that should have been in the game from the start. A lot of us have been saying that. Past 2 were characters that were probably cut from Past 1 or from the base game. Sephiroth is a character that, you know, him and all the music and spirits that came with him should have just all been in the base game, but I think it just took more time to negotiate all those things. And then when it comes to like a lot of those other characters, again, like Steve, there was rumors that Steve was going to be in the game from the beginning, and it's like, again, he probably should have just been in the base game. You know, Pyromithra, those are characters where if Smash came out a year later, then Xenoblade 2 would have probably been fine to add in as a character, and we probably would have got Pyromithra in the base game, you know? Kazuya, again, another character that probably should have just been in the base game, because Namco makes fucking Smash, and they probably just had to wait to get all these other fighting game characters in first. And once Sakurai had it all planned out, that's when he was like, okay, we're gonna do Terry, and then we're gonna do Kazuya, right? So, and I think he's genius for doing it that way, and I believe one day there'll be a Sakurai Presents where he's going to explain why he did Terry then Kazuya, and I'm gonna be right, you know, because it just makes too much sense. And when I think of like who this final character is, yeah, it probably is going to be a character that should have been in the base game from the start. And before Reggie left Nintendo, he said, yes, we are all aware that people want Waluigi in Smash. Crazier things will happen. I mean, this is the time now where we start thinking, we start throwing Hail Mary plays to try to predict this shit. That's all I'm saying, think really outside the box. I'm telling you, it's going to be a character a lot of you don't expect. I'm telling you, it's probably not going to be Doom Guy. It's probably not going to be Master Chief. And Sora, it definitely is not going to be. I'm just telling you guys, think really outside the box, and you might be surprised. You know, this is the point now where it could literally be anyone. And even to the point where I'm like, dude, Kazuya confirmed that Mii costumes don't deconfirm characters. Now, obviously, Kazuya himself didn't get a character in, right? Kazuya himself wasn't a Mii costume. But I'm just saying, if a character has basically Lloyd was put in, and it's like Tales of still has a chance with a different character, though I don't think they'd do that. I'm just using him as an example, right? I'm just saying, like, the possibilities right now are really through the roof, and it could end up being a character that really shocks people. So, yeah, we'll have to see who the final character is. I'm happy pretty much either way. Like I said, I already got what I wanted. If it's a lame, stupid, goofy character, I won't be upset. If it is Ryu Hayabusa, I will be shocked, but I'll be happy about it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I really don't know who it'll be. It's almost impossible to predict at this point. I think that Past 2 has shown that a lot of our causes here are kind of misinformed. And I've always tried to think against the herd and try to be more logical and not listen to popular demand. And I have been able to be correct on certain things. Sephiroth was always on the table. I just really didn't expect it. Steve was always on the table. I just like to poo-poo that idea. Okay, to be fair, I thought Steve had no chance, but I think if time went on, I would have been like, why did I think that? I don't even know why. I was only poo-pooing it during Past 1 because I thought Banjo would be in Past 1, and I should have known Steve had a chance in Past 2. So that was my bad. But as far as like ARMS had a chance by my own criteria, but I just didn't think they'd do it, honestly. And then but also, yeah, I always had Rex and Pyra up there. I always had, like, Sephiroth always was up there. I kind of took Heihachi off once he was put in his Mii costume, so that was one of the things where I was misguided on. So, you know, I tried my best to predict characters. I at least helped you guys get to Pyromithra. At least helped you guys get to that. And of course, I have the video where I said, okay, I think Sephiroth has a chance, and then that happened. As far as a lot of other characters go, I don't know. I don't think it'll be Eggman, but to me, honestly, if I have to eat my own words, I want to eat my own words over Eggman. Like, that's the character I want to eat my own words on. And I want Eggman to come with Shadow. I want Eggman to come with Shadow. I want there to be a Shadow Echo Fighter, and Eggman and Shadow are both put into Smash. That's what I want. That's what I want. But I don't think it's going to happen. But if I have to eat my own words, that's where I want to eat them. And besides that, yeah. I just want something... I want Waluigi. I think Waluigi actually does have a decent chance. And he's probably the one I'm second rooting for right after Eggman. And then after that, I don't know. I like I said, I think the most likely is going to be Ryu Hayabusa. It could always be a Pokemon character still. I kind of don't think that... I kind of think it's more likely going to be third party, though. I feel like they used up all their filler spots, and I don't think they would do ARMS and Pokemon and Xenoblade. Like, this is too many first parties. And also, Pokemon Sword and Shield, from what I understand, has plenty of spirits in the game already. Not that that matters. Like, it didn't stop Xenoblade, it didn't stop ARMS, but it's just one of those things where it's like, those were in base game. You know, Sword and Shield, that was DLC. That was, not DLC, but it was added in later. It was updated into the game later. So why didn't they just wait? Why didn't they just do the Sword and Shield spirits later? They did for Fire Emblem Three Houses. They didn't put in any Fire Emblem spirits, and then boom. So why would they just not wait? It doesn't make any sense. So, yep. Now, what I really want, well, I should probably just end this video now, but yeah, I'll just end this video now. And if this thing comes true and I didn't talk about it, then I'll be sad. But okay, I'm just saying, if Resident Evil is the final character, I will be very happy. And if they did those spirits in Season 1 just to throw us off, I'll be like, Sakurai, you're a motherfucking piece of shit. But he already is a motherfucking piece of shit for putting Heihachi in way before Kazuya was in. Heihachi should have been in. There was only 4 Mii fighters for Kazuya. Heihachi should have been the 5th one. That's bullshit. But I'm just saying, Resident Evil, if you did those spirits just to throw us off, then fuck you piece of shit. I will fucking cry if it's Leon. I will cry if it's Jill. Leon and Jill are two of my favorite characters ever. Please, Resident Evil needs to be in Smash. It deserves it. It deserves it, boy. It fucking deserves it. And think of the horror game representation. Just like how Ryu needed to be the first fighting game character, a Resident Evil character needs to be like the first true horror character, right? Like, calm the fuck on, dude. Get my boy in the game. But we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, I don't want to talk about any more ideas. This video is just a general hype video and just let you guys know where my head is at right before this big reveal. It's really for those who are like me, who, when you're excited for something, you can just go on YouTube and just look for something that you want to talk about and you want to hear about. And that's what I try to provide here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let's see who the final character is tomorrow. I mean, fuck, man. Super hyped. And if no character's revealed tomorrow, I will be upset. That's the real only upsetting thing is if a character isn't revealed. I think it's time for Smash to get a character. Just think it is. If it's not, I'm totally fine just playing Nickelodeon until the final character's revealed. But Jesus Christ, you're doing a direct. Release the character. For me, it's going to be tomorrow at 5 p.m. That's for my time. And so, because of that, I will possibly record my reaction. I mean, it is the final character. But, a lot of the time I have to watch these while I'm at work with no audio. When I'm supposed to be doing other stuff, I'm, like, side-eyeing the fucking phone. And, like, once it gets to the other stuff, I kind of, like, don't pay attention as much. Like, once it gets past the Smash character, I'm like, okay, I'm way less invested now. So, yeah. I will possibly react to it. It won't be live, but I'll react. But like, I can show my true blind reaction. I think the thing is with Sephiroth, I actually captured my blind reaction, and that was actually like a big deal. That actually, I'm really glad the thing is, like, I just happened to be home and I just pulled out my phone. I wasn't gonna do this, and I was like, well, the Smash character's about to be on, and I know it's about to be on, so I might, like, like Jeff Keighley clearly just said not everyone is here, or everyone's here, or something like that. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be Smash. So I started recording with my phone just to be like, I'll send it to my friends. Like, I don't care that much. And then when it happened to be Sephiroth, I was like, no, okay, this is a big deal. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I captured my reaction. So, yeah. Hopefully, I'm screaming just like when I saw Sephiroth. Hopefully, I'm screaming just like Sephiroth. If I'm not screaming, then meh. But hopefully, that's what I'm doing. So, either way. Hopefully it's a good time. Hopefully the final character is a banger, and it's worthy of being the final character of Smash Ultimate. A game with amazing reveal trailers, a game with amazing DLC characters, a game that is just amazing in general. I'm so happy. I'm ready for the final character. Hopefully it's a banger. Alright, I'm gonna end this one here, and I'll see you guys on the next one.